What if the people who feel uneasy around Pisces aren't reacting to weakness at all, but to a depth they can't steer? Before you decide whether this is for you, pause and listen with your intuition, not just your mind. There's a reason you found this message now. Some truths only rise when the soul is ready to hold them. And while you're here, I want you to ground this reading in something personal. Comment your date of birth and your zodiac sign. It's a simple ritual of self-recognition, and it helps this community find the people who need these words most. Because when Pisces energy is present, it doesn't just talk, it changes the atmosphere. It's the feeling of air getting softer before a storm breaks, the hush that falls over a room right before a story turns honest. People who are used to control can feel that shift like a threat, even when Pisces is doing nothing but existing. The discomfort isn't about Pisces being fragile, it's about Pisces being porous, able to sense what others are trying not to feel. Pisces energy does not arrive loudly. It doesn't bang on the world's door asking permission. Pisces flows in like a moon-guided tide, slipping into the invisible rooms inside people. The places where old memories are stored, where grief is folded away, where feelings were buried just to keep life moving. Emotional walls soften. Long-forgotten dreams stir. Something hidden starts breathing again. That is the kind of power Pisces carries. In a society that worships control, speed, and emotional armor, Pisces represents surrender, faith, and emotional truth. If you want more messages like this, messages that honor the inner world instead of shaming it, subscribe to Arcana of Pisces. Consider it choosing a space that speaks to your spirit, not just your schedule. From the first moments of connection, Pisces brings something rare into the room. Presence without force, compassion without conditions, sensitivity without apology. For some, this feels like safety. For others, it feels like exposure. Pisces notices what isn't said. Pisces feels the tremor under a calm voice, the ache behind a joke, the tension beneath a "I'm fine." Pisces senses emotional undercurrents before words arrive. This isn't fantasy, it's energetic perception, and not everyone is comfortable being seen that clearly. In modern psychological and evolutionary astrology, Pisces is often described as the final chapter of the Zodiac journey. It carries the lessons of the signs that came before it, like a library written in feeling. So when someone encounters Pisces energy, they aren't only meeting a person, they're meeting reflections, unprocessed emotions, unfinished lessons, subconscious patterns looking for a place to be acknowledged. For signs that rely on logic, structure, or emotional distance to feel safe, that mirror can feel overwhelming, like standing too close to a truth they've been avoiding. That's where resistance is born. Not because Pisces is doing something wrong, but because Pisces is doing something honest. Pisces doesn't demand vulnerability, yet vulnerability rises naturally around them. Pisces doesn't force depth, yet depth opens like a door that was never truly locked. And for certain signs, that can feel like losing certainty or losing control. The discomfort can show up as judgment, impatience, or emotional withdrawal. Defenses that say, "This is too much," when what they really mean is, "I can't manage what I'm feeling." There's also a spiritual layer many people sense, but rarely name. Pisces vibrates close to the invisible world. Dreams, intuition, synchronicities, emotional memory, faith. Signs that are anchored in the physical or trained to trust only what can be proven may feel destabilized by this frequency. They might call Pisces unrealistic or confusing without realizing they're reacting to a different energetic language altogether. It's like hearing a song in a key you don't recognize and deciding the music must be wrong instead of realizing your ears are being asked to stretch. In a culture that often defines strength as self-control and constant productivity, Pisces challenges the narrative. Pisces teaches that softness can be strength, that empathy is intelligence, and that surrender can be wisdom. For some, this feels like relief. For others, especially those who learned early that emotions must be managed or suppressed to survive, it can feel threatening because it asks them to trust something they cannot measure. So listen for what lands in your body, not only what makes sense in your head. Notice where you feel expansion and where you feel resistance. Astrology isn't about blame, it's about awareness. When a sign struggles with Pisces, it's often because Pisces awakens a quality they haven't integrated: sensitivity, faith, emotional openness, trust in the unseen. These qualities can't be controlled, they can only be felt. This isn't a shallow story about compatibility, it's a story about energetic mirrors and soul lessons. The signs that resist Pisces aren't villains, and Pisces isn't a victim. Each connection carries a reflection and an opportunity to grow. When you understand the dynamic, confusion softens into clarity, and frustration can turn into compassion, especially toward the parts of yourself you used to judge. Take a breath. Let this settle. And if you want a simple affirmation to anchor your power, let it move through you like a steady light. I honor my emotional truth. Now let's talk about Virgo, because Virgo energy is brilliant, observant, and deeply human, and the Virgo-Pisces tension is often misunderstood. Virgo notices everything: tone, detail, intention, the tiny contradictions that reveal what's real. Virgo doesn't move randomly through life. There's usually a reason, a method, a plan. That is exactly where the tension with Pisces begins. Quietly, persistently. Virgo looks at life and asks, how can this be improved? Pisces looks at life and asks, how can this be healed? At first, the difference can feel complementary. Virgo may admire Pisces' compassion. Pisces may feel supported by Virgo clarity. But over time, the contrast grows louder. Virgo wants answers. Pisces lives inside questions. Virgo seeks order. Pisces trusts the current. Virgo wants the floor to be solid. Pisces trusts the water to hold. When Virgo watches Pisces make choices through feeling and intuition, Virgo can feel unsettled. Virgo may want steps, explanations, a plan. Pisces can hear that as pressure, like their nature is being evaluated. Then Virgo feels like they're carrying reality alone, while Pisces feels like they're constantly being measured. And what begins as help can slowly become control, not out of malice, but out of fear. Here's the deeper truth. Virgo is not simply irritated by Pisces' emotions. Virgo is intimidated by Pisces' surrender. Virgo survives by managing life. Pisces survives by trusting life. Virgo learns safety through preparation. Pisces learns safety through alignment. Different survival strategies colliding. Virgo often carries responsibility like armor. Pisces arrives like an unspoken invitation to loosen it. What if you didn't have to fix everything? What if you could feel without solving? For Virgo, that can be destabilizing, because control has been a lifeline. Pisces doesn't try to take Virgo's skills away. Pisces just reminds Virgo that love is not a job you can complete. Psychologically, Virgo represents conscious refinement. Pisces represents unconscious integration. Virgo organizes the surface. Pisces dissolves boundaries beneath it. Around Pisces, suppressed feelings can rise. Virgo may experience that as overload instead of medicine, until they realize the rising is the healing. And yes, there's a gift here. Virgo can help Pisces ground dreams into daily life. Pisces can help Virgo soften without losing strength. When Virgo resists Pisces, it's often fear of losing efficiency or identity. But Pisces isn't asking Virgo to become chaotic. Pisces is asking Virgo to become compassionate with themselves, to stop treating rest like failure. If this part resonates, gently like the video, it helps this message reach the people who need it. And it tells the algorithm that emotional wisdom matters. Now let's shift to Gemini. Gemini is quick, mind quick, voice quick, life quick, curious, expressive, mentally agile, always collecting ideas. Gemini experiences reality through thought and language. Pisces experiences reality through feeling and intuitive knowing. So when they meet, it can feel like they're using the same words but speaking different languages. Gemini asks questions to find clarity. Pisces answers through tone, mood, silence, nuance, the meaning behind the meaning. Gemini may leave the conversation feeling it was incomplete. Pisces may leave feeling exposed or misunderstood. Neither meant harm. The mismatch lives in perception. Gemini often wants connection that feels light and mentally playful, while Pisces brings emotional depth that asks for presence and vulnerability. Gemini may feel Pisces takes things too personally. Pisces may feel Gemini skims the surface of feelings that deserve reverence. Gemini calls it not that deep. Pisces hears, your depth is inconvenient. Gemini tends to think their way out of discomfort. Pisces feels their way through it. So when Pisces is sensitive, Gemini may explain, joke, or redirect. To Pisces, that can feel like avoidance. To Gemini, it can feel like staying afloat. The mind grabs a life raft. The heart asks for a hand. Spiritually, Gemini resonates with the conscious mind, Pisces with the subconscious ocean. Around Pisces, impressions rise that can't be neatly categorized. Gemini can feel destabilized when logic can't organize what's being felt. Irritation can appear, but underneath it is vulnerability, the fear of being pulled into something they can't label fast enough. Yet growth is possible. Pisces offers Gemini empathy and depth. Gemini offers Pisces language and perspective. Pisces teaches Gemini that not everything needs proof to be real. Gemini teaches Pisces that the ocean can be expressed without drowning in it. Now Sagittarius. Sagittarius values truth and freedom, sometimes more than softness. Bold, visionary, always reaching toward the horizon. At first, Sagittarius and Pisces can feel inspired by each other until their directions clash. Sagittarius moves forward. Pisces moves inward. Sagittarius may see Pisces as drifting. Pisces may see Sagittarius as rushing past what matters. Communication is a common friction point. Sagittarius can be blunt. Pisces hears truth through emotional tone. When Sagittarius speaks without softening, Pisces can feel wounded even if the intention was clean. Sagittarius may think, I'm just being honest, and Pisces may think, honesty without care still cuts. Sagittarius resists emotional obligation. Pisces carries emotional awareness naturally. When Sagittarius senses expectations, even unspoken, they can feel constrained. When Pisces senses distance, they can retreat inward. Both end up feeling misunderstood. And what could have been a beautiful connection turns into a tug of war between freedom and closeness. Sagittarius seeks meaning through beliefs and possibilities. Pisces seeks meaning through emotional connection and spiritual unity. Sagittarius wants to understand truth. Pisces wants to feel it. Pisces reminds Sagittarius that truth without empathy can bruise, and that's often the lesson Sagittarius resists until they're ready to grow. Pisces asks Sagittarius to slow down long enough to notice the human heart standing behind the facts. And finally, Capricorn. Capricorn carries responsibility like a mountain carries time. Steady, strong, patient. Capricorn finds safety in structure, goals, timelines, commitments. Pisces finds safety in flow, intuition, faith, surrender. Capricorn wonders how stability exists without control. Pisces wonders how peace exists without release. Capricorn often learned that emotions should be managed. Strength meant endurance. Pisces feels openly and intuitively, and emotional moments arrive like weather. To Capricorn, that can feel impractical. To Pisces, it's honesty. Capricorn wants the storm scheduled. Pisces knows storms don't ask permission. Capricorn values results and long-term building. Pisces values meaning and emotional truth. When Pisces follows intuition instead of a plan, Capricorn may see a lack of direction. When Capricorn prioritizes work over presence, Pisces may feel distance. Neither is wrong, yet both can feel unseen. Under the irritation is a quiet fear. If Capricorn stops holding everything together, everything will fall apart. Pisces challenges that belief simply by existing, by trusting, by softening, by surviving without rigid control. That contrast can feel dangerous to a sign built on discipline because it suggests there might be another way to be safe. But the lesson is powerful. Pisces teaches Capricorn that strength can include softness and that surrender doesn't erase power. Capricorn teaches Pisces that dreams need structure to endure. When Capricorn finally loosens the grip, Pisces stops looking like chaos and starts looking like relief. Let everything you've heard settle inside you now. Not as separation, but as understanding. Astrology at its highest expression is awareness, compassion, evolution. Pisces isn't too much. Pisces simply feels what others learn to avoid. Pisces opens emotional doors people locked to stay functional, protected, or praised. Sensitivity is not weakness. Emotional awareness is not fragility. Faith is not ignorance. Pisces reminds us that rest can be sacred Empathy can be intelligent, and surrender can be deeply wise. Some people find that healing, others find it confronting because it asks them to meet their own heart. If you're Pisces, remember, you were never meant to fit perfectly into rigid systems. You were meant to soften them. Your intuition is not imaginary. Your depth is not excessive. It is purposeful. If you struggle with Pisces energy, there is no shame. Growth begins with awareness. Resistance often points to transformation trying to emerge. And if you want to anchor the energy of this message one more time, return to your comment, your date of birth, your zodiac sign, and notice how it feels to be witnessed without needing to perform. If this message resonated, stay close to Arcana of Pisces. Subscribe, explore the other videos, and keep returning to your inner wisdom. And before you go, please like this video. It supports the channel and helps this message reach more people who need it.